Intelligence officials have found no evidence confirming that the unidentified flying objects, the literally UFOs, observed by American Navy pilots in recent years were alien spacecraft. This is according to sources familiar with the findings of an upcoming unclassified report on UFOs that is expected to be delivered to Congress later this month. Such a report has never been issued. So in this report, government officials, they weren't able to explain what these mysterious objects flying in the sky might be. They just said there's no evidence that they're aliens. Joining us now to discuss is Hakeem Al-Shei. He's an astrophysicist and professor at George Mason University. So, Professor, they say there's no evidence the UFOs are aliens. However, they also tell us they don't know what it is. So, how do you square that circle?
Well, it really makes sense because in the military and whenever there are test craft, these things are done on a need to know basis. So I think that what's happening here is people believe in the authority of pilots and military pilots, right? So if they're seeing something and they're saying they don't understand it, that will make the average person go, oh, there must be something real and significant here. But again, if those pilots don't have a need to know if there is a new technology that's in development, then they won't know about it. So it would look extraordinary to them.
So apparently it's not American technology as we understand it. Is it some other kind of technology, that they would be unaware of, maybe from a different country? What is it significant that we find this out, and what do we need to do to find this out?
Well, listen, whether or not it's American technology, I need to be convinced of that as much as I need to be convinced that it's alien technology. I don't have any evidence that can say this belongs to any particular entity. And we know that when there are advanced programs under development, then you don't go around telling everyone. And we are actually in an era of engineering where extraordinary things are happening, right? There are new capabilities with drone craft, with hypersonic weapons. There's even hypersonic weapons that can travel underwater, right? So there's amazing things happening on the engineering front. But to me, it looks terrestrial. It does not look alien because if it's the size of humans, if it's what humans do, then chances are it's human in all likelihood, right? If it's anything human-like at all, that's my smell test for aliens. So what do humans do? We build vehicles, we build crafts, we fly around the sky.
Well, I'm intrigued by your smell test for aliens. Tell us more about that.
Well, watch a lot of sci-fi, right? Some of them do actually smell. But seriously, right? If we do encounter life on another world, it would have developed completely differently from life here on Earth. If you were on Earth a couple billion years ago, you wouldn't even recognize it. 1 billion years ago, you wouldn't recognize it. So don't expect humans to fly up in a craft like that's what we do. That's not what some other species would do. So absolutely, there is nothing here that says this is a smoking gun, these are aliens. To me, if there's a smoking gun, it points right here to Earth.
And that's going to be the big key.
And do you think there's extraterrestrials out there, Al, as well?
What?
Do you think there's aliens?
I've been asked that question hundreds of times. Do you believe in aliens? And I say, yeah. Have you ever seen one? I say, yeah, I have. Well, how have you seen them? Well, I said, I look in the mirror every morning. Because that's what we are. We are the aliens, but we just
think we're the thing.
We just think they're somebody else, but we're the ones who came from somewhere else. Because somebody else had to survive, and they got in a little spacecraft, and they came here, and they landed, and they started civilization here. That's what I believe. And if you don't believe me, go get books on the ancient Sumerians and see what they had to say.
That's a whole different discussion now.
They'll tell you right up front.
You've just blown that right open.
Yeah.
Sadly, we can't get into that.
It's like we're floating on the dark side of the moon.